I remember the first time I was going to appear in one of Elle's videos. And I don't know how I was so calm. I still don't know how I was so calm. I just remember that day waking up and wanting a coffee, a mimosa, and a croissant. And just wanted to listen to the Beatles and get in the groove, and get pumped up, because the video was not a video for us, it was a video for the world. It was this spectacle. And I remember going out to my car to get something and coming back in and all the neighbors surrounding me and saying, "Oh, are you ready?" And I said, "Oh my God, you guys." I didn't know, I was so nervous at that point, and I thought, here it goes. So then it all changed. There were comments about that my hair wasn't too protocol and I shouldn't have worn that color. And all this criticism that I didn't deserve. And it never stopped. And it was just these constant comments of negativity and untruths. It was all over social media the next day. So that was disheartening. But it didn't discourage us. We went, pushed through. It was difficult.
And nearly $200 million in the bank thanks to their insatiable desire to finally tell their story. Like to Oprah, and on Spotify, and a New York Magazine, and in a memoir, and, well, you get the point. They have to do it, you see, because no one knows the whole story. No one.
As some of you know, I have a book that's been out on the market for a couple of months called Stud. And it is a bestseller here in Trenton, Ontario, with over 40 copies sold. I know that there's a shocking part in the book where I talk about my private parts, but it's a very short story.
You know, people don't realize that when they make a comment, that you're making a comment to a real person. And I've read some comments, you know, asking where I live and where I like to shop and things, and I thought, you're not just asking me a question, you're making me scared. Why do you want to know where I live? And so I'm up at night thinking, I hope no one told them where I live, and are my doors locked, and is my car locked? So before Elle and I were to go public and make our first YouTube video, I thought we should meet his sister and her husband first. So we invited them over here for dinner, and you know, I didn't realize, not being from this area, that, you know, being barefoot in my dirty nightie with my hair up and hadn't showered in a day or two would be so, you know, jarring. So out of the gate, that was something I had to deal with, and since then I've had to wear proper outfits when I'm around his family, and that's why we like to have our privacy, so we can just be ourselves.
What?
And once you plant a seed that's so hateful, what can grow from it is just Elle just got a text from Glenn. Like, I'm not gonna say anything about your friend, it's your friend, but it's just so obvious. You know, age has always been a very big discussion. And before I met Elle, I didn't even really know my age. So for everyone to keep pointing it out was very it just wasn't in my world before, this ageist. It was coming from everywhere, comments in the VC, outside of the VC, and within the family. It's hard being victimized for something that you can't control.
Oh, shut up. Hi, who do you think you are?
As you know, on YouTube, you can monetize the videos, and ever since Em has been doing videos with me, we've been making a bit more money every month, and we've decided to split the money 60-40. The 60 goes to Em because, she, it's just the way we worked it out between us, and I'm totally fine with that, 60-40. I get 40, she gets 60.
I remember when Glenn was over one time and they had a disagreement over a CD exchange, and I could hear them fighting in the other room, and I think Glenn pushed Al, hit his shoulder and kicked the cat bowl and stubbed his toe, and they got in a big fight and they didn't speak for weeks and weeks after that. I think I heard it was about me, and Glenn warning Larry that I wasn't good for him, and I had no place in YouTube or the vinyl community. So it got pretty heated, and Larry's toe was pretty badly stubbed. That was something Larry thinks he's going to write about in his book.
So they began to just do a load of stuff which annoyed people, and they got the criticism, in my estimation, they thoroughly deserved.
And sometimes there are things that just go around YouTube, and all of the rumors just spread around YouTube, and usually those rumors are not true. And they just spread and they spread and they spread, and it's very hateful towards us. And it's all about this age gap, and it's just very hurtful to both of us, especially me. Sometimes I cry at night. And last month we had a relationship party. We didn't invite any family or friends. We just invited famous YouTubers.
And what was the song we wanted to play? It was our favorite song. What's it called? I keep forgetting what it's called.
I had the time. No, I had the time of my life.
Yes, yeah, that's our favorite song. I keep messing up the title.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to just be fun, like, ooh, I had the time of, right?
Yeah.
Is that how it goes?
Oh, yeah.
It's our favorite song.
It's our favorite song.
And it was just so fun, and we just such a whimsical. It was just like a whirlwind, and we danced and danced, right?
We danced for hours.
And everyone was so happy for us.
Yeah, they were.
It was nice to meet them for the first time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was special to have our closest favorite YouTubers with us.
Yeah, well.
They didn't know we were close, but.
No, but it was really nice to have famous YouTubers there, and
They really wanted to be there.
Yeah, well, it's a way to get more subscribers too, because they've got a big subscriber base.
And you were telling a lot of them that I can do voiceovers, weren't you? Trying to sell me.
Yeah, on the side there,
Yeah.
I was trying to sell.
Kind of networking a little bit,
Yeah.
We always have to get something out of it.
Yeah. Selfish is the way to go.
So we're all, I think, feeling the same way, which is enough. And yet it won't be, will it? They're just going to keep going and going and going.
I had a friend who stepped forward and planted a bunch of lies about me. She claimed we grew up together, went to school together. I don't think I had seen her for 18 years, and even then, I think I only played with her at recess once or twice. And I thought, I don't know your middle name, I don't know your birthday, and you're telling everyone stories about me? And I always wanted a friend growing up. That's why I'm so happy that Elle had Glenn. What was upsetting about that party we had was I really wanted to invite my best friend. We had just gotten back into our friendship and we're traveling a lot together and having so much fun. But my agent advised me that it wouldn't be a good idea to invite her. Then you'd have to invite everyone's best friend and all your past best friends. So we called her. I remember being in the car and we were on speaker and Elle was with me and you heard me.
Yeah.
And I know she was disappointed and people questioned where my friends were, but we had to go with what the institution of YouTube advised my agent to tell me. So that was sort of showing the control, and I was just at that point turtling without my friends and being so controlled. Turtling.
Who is having that conversation?
You know, some of my viewers are saying that M is seeking attention and stealing the spotlight, and it makes them angry. And, you know, they think that she's trying to shift the balance.
The YouTube institution is very, very tricky to navigate, and Elle and I do have a lot of compassion for those YouTubers who must attend conventions, must sit up front, must make speeches and be seen, you know, be respected. But Elle and I, we can be free. We can sit in the back. We can be not recognized. We can go never do a video again. And that's freeing for us, for now. And we're happy, for now.
I will not attend the YouTube convention if the atmosphere is toxic.
After our last video, I just remember walking outside to my car and there being about 6 or 7 paps. And then I later heard that people said I actually called them and they were neighbors and I set it all up, but I didn't. But I looked perfectly styled. I walked perfectly to the car, smiled, thanked everyone for being there and to have a nice day, but I didn't set it up. Just a nice coincidence. Those happen a lot.
Oh, shut up.
You know, some people say that M controls me, and that is the furthest thing from the truth. She does not control me at all. I'm a man that does and says what he wants to do. Sometimes I do need her permission, but usually I don't.
I think I knew I would do a good job in this role, in this life with Elle, when I was about 11 and my speech got chosen to be read in front of the whole school in the gymnasium. And I thought, that's it. I'm an activist. I'm a leader. Everyone wants to hear my voice. I can make a change. I can help empower young women and I can set up scholarships. All at 11. Because people don't understand, I wasn't always the pretty one. I know, some people might know that about me. Yeah. Well, I was also very smart. And I think that's the drive that I have now, and having very humble upbringing, having to do this all myself. No help from anyone. I paid my way. I studied. I did it all on my own. It's true, right? Right. I told the upstairs staff to be quiet. Someone's getting fired after this. Find out who it is. The story of I made Glenn cry, that was really damaging right before the first video was to be released. And in fact, it was the opposite. Yes, Glenn made me cry. And I'm not saying that to hurt Glenn or to make myself look better. I just think that was the start of trying to tear me down, that I make people cry, that I divide people. That's when all the leaking, the planting, the conspiracy.
Who is having that conversation?
I was just reading some of the YouTube comments, and some of the comments towards M are very upsetting. And it's all about, the age gap, of which really, yes, she is much younger than I am, but we don't consider it an age gap. Did Molly say that YouTubers are ageist? She was just talking about the comments.
I think my friends were very happy when I got together with Elle. They were happy because they saw how happy I was. And I had a few friends that did say to me, I'm sure he's a great guy, but just don't do it. Just don't do it. And I thought, no. I said, he's a great guy. This isn't going to happen to me. No one's going to make fun of me, or no one's going to try to take me down. It's going to be fine. They don't do that where I'm from. And boy, was I wrong. But going into this so naively was a blessing and a curse. I've lost a lot in this. I gave up everything to come here on the weekends and do videos. We haven't decided yet if we are going to attend the YouTube convention. I think a lot can happen before that, and a lot needs to be discussed. There needs to be several conversations and a lot of apologizing. And this is just what we're working with right now. We want to be seen, we just don't know how to go about that right now. But keep talking about us in the meantime. We'll keep you on your toes. What will we do? We won't leak or plant any of that information.
Hold up, wait a minute.
All of this has been very, very upsetting to Elle. He's been through so much, and I never wanted to put more on his shoulders, right? Because he already has so much to deal with. But he'll hear me in the middle of the night sobbing into my pillow, or I will fall to my knees in the kitchen and just sob. And I'll read something by accident because I don't read anything anymore. It just doesn't make sense, good or bad. And he'll catch me in the shower just sobbing or holding mittens, just tears going all over mittens. And I know he doesn't want anything to happen to me, and he needs to protect us. And I don't mean for him to see me cry. I try to hide it. Because I love him. And I've given everything up for him, right? I just know the nights we go out, I don't want to go out, and from what I see in the pictures is my grip on him so tight. because I can't be without him. And I have to smile because I know everyone's looking at us. All the applauses, all the looks, they're all for us. And I need to have my hand on him all the time so I know where he is. Keep him safe and he keeps me safe. And we need to make sure everyone knows we're still in love, we're still partners. So it's just a lot. And we just want a break. We deserve a break. We've worked for a couple of years doing this and it's not easy.
We just want to be normal people. All this attention is so hard.
Em is going to be also releasing a book in a couple of months, and it's called We're Not Seeking Attention. And she told me it's going to be probably 4 or 5 times the length of my book. And it's kind of surprising because Em is such a quiet person and doesn't really talk that much, but I guess she had quite a bit to say in the book.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of hearts breaking all over the world. That's what the headline said the day after Larry and I went public. He said that Elle was snatched up by the beautiful southwestern Ontario woman who's going to shake it up, be a breath of fresh air for the vinyl community. She's going to make a difference. She was going to surpass all other YouTubers.
And this is Mittens. This is our other M, and she just loves M. Here, hold her.
Hey, baby. I'm just a natural cat mama.